Happy Gaura Purnima, everybody. Haribo. So we'll talk about a few basic concepts, and then we will get into the next part of the program. So today is Gauranga Prabhu's appearance day. It's also called Channa Avatar. Not many people know, but because of Prabhupada, it's all over the world. Can you imagine the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Today, all over the world, all countries, all background of people, all kind of religions, opportunities there. North, south, east, west, middle. This nobody cannot even fathom. At least I cannot, because I don't deserve. That's the reason Govinda Ghosh was singing. Yadi gaur na hoito tabe ki hoito ke mone dari tambe. Had it been Gauranga Mahaprabhu would not come. What was the chance for us? What is an opportunity for us? Who is the greatest of devotees? Gopis and Radharani. She's like a salt. You can never find her name in Vedas, Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavad. But without her presence, they have no relevance. It is bhakti. She gave credit to others, but she stayed back. That is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Many centuries back, Sita was not happy that Ram killing so many demons, even though the demons. She said, "Why are you killing? Because I come for the purpose to establish the dharma. I know, but still I didn't like it." He said, "Okay, next life I'll come. I will not take any weapon. I will not take any weapon." So as Krishna, he did not take any weapon. He did not kill. Few occasions here and there he used the chakra. Otherwise he did not. Radharani complained. "I told you, you're doing again. What can I do? I have to do something. You killed a bull. He's a demon. Doesn't matter. He's a bull. You killed a cow, calf, Brahmin, woman. It doesn't matter for me. So what should I do?" So that is a base for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. Now, other time, Krishna was waiting for Radharani, and he was looking at the pillar where he saw his own beauty. When he saw the beauty, so enchanting, so beautiful. So we have the photos here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna. That is the maximum expression of a painter, what they could depict. Is that all the beauty, Krishna? We cannot even fathom Krishna's beauty. And Krishna was watching his own beauty in the jewels in the mirror. He felt, how people like me. I want to experience. And the same thing, and in Vrindavan, one time Radharani is coming a little late. Krishna was waiting. To impress her, he put her garments and is waiting to impress Radharani. Radharani, not like he's a king, he can walk in any time. But Radharani is not like that. She has to wait for opportunity. She's somebody's house, at somebody's house in different times, the night time she has to come. It is very difficult for her. And the Krishna is just waiting. And then he came, see, he came late, he maintained the time. I already became Radharani. She looked at him. You can you be Radharani? No way. No, see, I'm Radharani. I have the dress. You have the dress, but you never understand me. What do I go through to come here to give pleasure to you? And then by giving pleasure, how much pleasure I derive. So what should I do? You have to be like me. You have to become. So these are the things in the past made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Right? So he comes here and then he tried his best. Adilila, Madhilila, Antilila. Last 18 years he tried his best. By the time he comes to the stage where he's experiencing ecstasy of Radharani, Radharani is gone up. By the time he comes, Radharani is gone up. But he tried his best. But at the end he said, "There's nothing I can do." How much did she derive? So now let's talk about who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We had the basic background. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu today, which is actually called eventually it is 1486, February 18th. He appeared. He left 1534, June 14th, 48 years. So 18 years is Adi Leela, as a Bali Leela, as a kid or a grown-up boy, and middle where he did Mahaprakash Leela. He started preaching, giving did so much of Leela, so many pastimes. And then at the end, 18 years, he was in seclude, Jagannath Puri, experiencing. So this is 18 years, 18 years, 18 years, 18 years, together 48 years. That's a little. And then to know about Krishna, we all know. I'll have a little bit tarka here. The Mahabharata says, Tarko Pratishto Stiyoto Vivinno Nasa Risirna Bhinnam Matam na Bhinnam Dharmasa Tattam Guhitam Mahajana Yenugata Sapanta. I have this shirt. I wear this shirt. It's good. But if I give it to somebody, somebody wear it, we're looking at that, then I derive more pressure. I'll give an example of Kamini Mataji. So she's cooking for 45 years. And then she knows how to cook. She knows exactly what's happening. But if she sees somebody else eating prasadam, her eating prasadam is too different. Right? So when others are eating her own cooked food, when they derive more pleasure, by looking at that, she derives more pleasure. You got the concept, right? That's what it says, Mahajana Yenugata Sapanta. These great people who experience, we cannot understand Chaitanya Tattva, Krishna Tattva to logic and reasoning. But we have to follow the footsteps of Mahajan. In this, who is Mahajan? To understand rather Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Gopis. Who is the Gopi? Topmost Gopi? For us, Mahajan is Radharani. Krishna became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to understand in the path of Mahajana Yenugata Sapanta. That's the one point. Okay? Krishna is called Vishaya. Radharani is called Ashraya. Ashraya. So in giving we receive, what she derived from Krishna is more than. We will understand a little bit in detail. So we understand the background. So now one more thing. Krishna is all beautiful, right? And he's all well belongs to him. And he is very knowledgeable. What else? Strength. What is? Renunciation, the end. Beautiful. So there is nothing great in it. He's God, he's beautiful, he's wealthy, he's powerful, he's happy. But what is that which fascinated me for past 26 years is renunciation. Even with little nice we sing, we show to the world how great I am. I'm building the temple. I'm making so many distributions. I'm cooking so nicely. I'm dressing so nicely. A little bit. He does everything all the time in the past and present and future, but he lives as if. That is the one, a real renunciation, real opulence. That is the reason for him, renunciation is an opulence. For us, getting from the morning 4 o'clock, chanting, Ekadasi fasting, doing this, it's an austerity. Renunciation for Krishna is opulence. For us is austerity. Most of us, including myself, we are after 5 opulence of Krishna. We get it, sometimes we lose it. By the time we get it, it's all we're hankering. Sometimes we get it, name, fame, power, influence, adoration, all those things. But the Krishna is gone. Through the renunciation, those who get to Krishna, remaining 5 opulence automatically comes. Those who understand that Krishna as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not he is a Grihastha, he did not experience. Unless he became a sannyasi, let it go what he thinks he has it. Unless what we think or conceptions, I, me, mine, we let it go. We cannot access Krishna. I may be chanting, I may be reading. Prabhupada said you can chant Hare Krishna for millions of lifetimes. If you don't know the object, we discussed in Sadhana program. We are doing Krishna conscious activities. Are we conscious of Krishna? Why we are doing? What is the object? Unless we come to the situation where I'm a puppet, I want to be an instrument of Krishna, the aspect of renunciation. You don't want it, it will happen. All the 5 opulences will be behind you. Krishna will make you popular. That's not what we want. Then we get Krishna. That is the key. To show this, Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a sannyasi has to come to experience the Krishna's own bliss through Radharani. So now we understand the background. We understand little tattva. Now we'll talk about internal reasons and external reasons. So first we'll talk about internal reasons. This actually is beautiful prayer. I just want to see. I did not memorize yet. Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Dusso Va Anaya Swadjo. If somebody knows this, you can say it. Enadbutha Madhurima Kudriso Va Madhya Saukhyam Chasyamat Anubhavatha Kudritam Vyeti Lobha Tat Bhavadhaya Samajani Sachi Garbha Sindhu Haridu. This is actually Swarup Dhamma Goswami. He did not show it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened to see it. Then when he saw it, he fell into an ecstasy. What he says, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes, bold, alone relishes. Through her love and happiness, she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. The Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Sri Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. Who is Swarup Damodar Goswami in Krishna Lila? Lalita. Lalita Sakhi. Who is she? She is servant of Radharani. So she is expressing. This is the internal reason. What is that? Let's take 3 steps. What is the first? Internal reasons. Yeah. First is to take the position of Srimati Radharani. So Krishna is taking the position of Radharani. What is her position? She is a supreme devotee. It's a servant. When Krishna is a master god, which is a what is the name of master in Sanskrit? Sevya Bhagavan. Thank you. And we become Balaram as a Sevak Bhagavan, master. But Balaram is actually Sandini and Samvit. When Radharani comes from Krishna, it's called Haladini, right? So now she is also a sevak, as a servant, right? So Balaram is a servant, Radharani is a servant. But the Madhurya Bhav is there, both of them. But this particular position of Radharani, Krishna wants to understand. So that is the first reason, internal reason, to take the position of Srimati Radharani. Second is, after taking the position, what he does? To understand the transcendental mellow of herself, of himself through her. As I gave an example of cooking a shirt, right? So he wants to now take the position of Radharani. Next is understand the transcendental mellow of himself through her. The third, to experience the rasa. These are 3 internal reasons. So external reasons we all know. Krishna says, whenever there is a decline of religion, he will come and establish. He killed the demons, he saved all those things. To save the world, to show how to surrender Krishna. And then he's also, Premlas gave a wonderful class recently about Advaita Acharya. We know that. That is the third reason. Advaita Acharya praying for Krishna to descend. So 3 internal reasons, 3 external reasons. You're all with me so far? Good. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Dasamula Stotra. So these 3 internal reasons he expands, Acharyas explain to make us understand what is his purpose. The first is he talked about the knowledge of the soul and method of awakening the relationship. First, what is Krishna? What is soul? And what is the relationship? So first one, knowledge of the soul. Second is method of awakening the relationship. It's called Sambandha Jnana, Prayojana Abhideya. And then once that is done, then making perfection, awakening the love of God. These 3 he has given to the process of Achinta Beda Abheda. When first after Krishna left, this entire world spiritually going down. When Buddha came, he took it to next level. Shankaracharya came, he took it next level. Ramanujacharya came, next level, society. Madhvacharya, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He summarizes everything. Achinta Beda Beda Tattva. Both Advaita and Dvaita. This one who understand this, 50% liberation is guaranteed. If a person understand Achinta, Veda, Abheda through the eyes of Shastra, 50% is guaranteed. Because why? Krishna consciousness, I said, conscious of Krishna. Right now, I'm Naveen Krishna Das. I'm Naveen conscious. But if you develop a Krishna consciousness through the Shastra Chakshusha, through the knowledge of God, and then we see the Prema Chakshusha. If you understand this, 50%, it's not right, this is mind realization. It can be 100%, 65%. You can feel it in. So, because why? He's there, he's not there. We see him, we are not seeing him. What is seeing him? Behave in such a that to be seen by him. Okay. So next is to attract all kinds of people. It doesn't matter, just not India or Hindus, all kinds of people. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, which is a very, very important point. Krishna is not just for Hindus. He is God for everybody. That's actually established. Prabhupada emphasized that. International society, it is for everybody, not just human beings, animals, birds, every. So that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. The next is then imparting the knowledge, transcendental knowledge. But what did he give? Did he give anything? But he gave the essence, Sistastakam. Next is inaugurating Sankirtan movement. That's number 7. And next is delivering the most to fallen. I'm sitting right here. Otherwise, what is my audacity? What is my qualification? There is no way. I did not do anything good in my life. I'll tell you, I'm telling you. Because I don't know what fortune I have. Is my fortune just Radharani's mercy, my Guru's mercy, devotee's mercy. Otherwise, there is no hope. So I am the example for this. Delivering the most fallen. He's giving an opportunity to talk to Bhagavatam. It is super most. It is unheard for common people. Now, because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's delivering the most fallen. Chaitanya and special form and darshan. If you read Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Charitamrita, how many forms? And the last is and his preaching mission. The Dasamula Stotra. So we learn our background, we learn our internal reasons, external reasons, what is the tattva, and then of external reasons expand into 10 steps. So Chaitanya's mission. And then now we'll talk about 3 simple past tense understanding. One time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his first 18 years as a student, it's called Nimai Pandit, he wrote one book, and then he wanted to share with his students. He was crossing the Ganga river, and then that time many people also joined a boat. They were all going. So it takes some time. In the meantime, somebody sat right next to him. People are talking, conversing each other. So one Pandit, who is very nice devotee, he wrote a book, and he was telling everybody, I wrote the book. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at him. He wrote the same topic. Who is he? It's Krishna. He is God. He wrote the same topic. He was looking, wow, what a book he wrote. What is the topic? Please explain to me. Then he started telling about this book. I did this, like, a grammar, the logic, tattva, and all those things. So beautiful. He was talking to him. He took his book, he put the hand out and left his book in the Ganges. He put his book in the Ganges. No one knows what he wrote. So that is the renunciation. A little bit, we have to show entire world. Did you know that I wrote the book? I am giving the class, please come. I dress it. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, he threw his own book in the water and is glorifying. Your book is let the world know. First, I hope you understand the points. What is it? Second is, now he started reveal his Godhead, Godhood, and then now he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he come to Jagannath Puri. He come to the place of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. All the big scholars sitting there talking about Vedanta, big philosophy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and then he sat where they left the shoes, in the corner. Because first you walk into the house, you leave the shoes, right? He sat there. The Supreme Personality of Godhead want to experience the mood of Radharani as the servant is sitting in the shoe, and the people are talking about Mayavada philosophy. And the 7 days he did not open his mouth. Every day morning he comes, sit there and listening. Supreme renunciation. But what an opulence. And everybody looking at him. They're talking about Siddhanta, like, Tattva, all these things from different dimensions, bifurcating the Tattva in so many dimensions. Paramananda Puri, Ishwarapuri, not Ishwarapuri, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, there are so many people out there. And they're looking at this young Brahmin, effulgent. And everybody done, and then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya asked me, "Who are you? Looking so effulgent. You are so young. You are if you don't understand Advaita philosophy, then how do you maintain your brahmachari tattva? It's very difficult. You have to know the knowledge. Your heart should be hard so that nothing will touch you." Until then, he didn't say a word. And then, I want to hear from you. Please say something. Till he asked, he did not open his mouth. He said with a humble, "Prabhu, whatever he said is nonsense." Then, because he won his heart, then he did not retaliate. Oh, okay. Tell me why. It is like a midday when I see the sun so crystal clear. What is Veda Anta mean? What you are presenting philosophy in a dark, ignorant way in a night time, what you cannot even see. Then he explained. So this is a second thing. You understand the point. I'm only touching the principle of it. The principle is exhibiting his opulence as renunciation to attract all kinds of people. He took that kind of a position. Nowadays, everybody wants to become a god. God wants to become a servant of his devotee. That is a test. And the third, and this is the main crux. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya eventually told. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started traveling. So when you go to South India, there's a personality called Ramananda Rai. This is my favorite topic. Conversation between Ramananda. There's a lot of conversation in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Conversation between Gopa Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But this is the crust. Who is Ramananda Rai? Vishaka. Now, is not come out yet because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is not started yet. So now it's starting. So he came there, he met them, and they both are talking. And then now I'm going to direct the discussion. There's nobody else, and secluded place. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, "You all here? Ready? Excited? Okay. We're going to kick out some of the Krishna's teachings here. You'll know in a second." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, Ramananda Rai, I heard many things about you. Say something, tell me the essence of what you understand." Ramananda Rai is a Pandit. He's a Madras governor. He was been acknowledged by the greatest philosopher at that time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And he says, "The worshipping of Lord Vishnu is the highest." Is not? Yeah, Vishnu. So, with the proper execution of prescribed duties, basically he said one ashram dharma. That's the highest. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wonderful. That's external. Say something deep. Aage bad. Then he said, "Yat karo si asnashi, yat juho si dadati, yat tapassa si kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpana." You heard this. Krishna telling Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, offer it to me. Right? Karma yoga. You do as a charity. And then don't get attached. Is it not amazing? Krishna said, he himself Krishna said. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he says? External, aage bado. He is, whatever is there in the past, he is overwriting. I hope you understand the theme here. So then he said, okay, one has to give up his occupation duties. He said, establish now, give up occupation duties. And then what is that? Sarvadharmam paritijna mamekam saranam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshaishyamasa. This is the final verse of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita gone. That is what he said. Abandon everything, surrender unto me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, aage bado. Say something deep. What is this? The scratching head. That's what he said. I know. There's something deeper. Because these two Mahajans talking, the inner, the meaning of the scriptures, the essence, which nobody heard. So now further what he said? Aage bado, good. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati sama sarvetu bhuteshu mad bhakti labate param. Brahma bhuta, established in the state of Brahma bhuta. Na sochati na kankshati. Now lamenting for the past or hankering in the future. That state is equilibrium. Sthita prajna state. He said, so beautiful, but do you know something more than that? That's what he said. You know something more than that? He said, okay. Anyabhilashita sunyam gnana karma anavita anukulena Krishna anusilena bhaktiruttama. Anya abhilashita, kick out everything. Dharma, the kama, moksha. What is that? Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma pose the kaita vatra. After writing all Puranas, Upanishads, everything, Vedavyas rejecting everything, he wrote the final version. That is the first verse, second verse of Bhagavatam. And Rupa Goswami talks about this. Anyabhilashita sunyam, and then the second verse of Bhagavatam is related. Then he quoted that. Kicking out karma, jnana, dhyana, even liberation, that is the highest. He says, that's all right. Can you speak a little bit more about this topic? What are we discussing? Yeah. It is a fascinating, right? And then he said, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati Kritiyam Yad Kutopi Labhyate Tatra Laulyam Apimulyam. This is one of the best. Laulyam. Intense greed for devotion service is the highest. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Machara is wrong. But out of that, 5, you can engage in Krishna's service. Laulyam, greed. Greed, looking for service or opportunity. When it comes, I'm so grateful. We come to temple is not to take something, but what can you do today? The sincere devotee always looks for a service without expecting anything. That's what he says. He says, oh, it's beautiful. Do you know something more than that? Okay. He says, a man becomes purified. After this, I did not memorize, so I have to read it. I want to. A man becomes purified simply by hearing the holy name of the Supreme Person of Godhead. That is the last verse of Bhagavatam. Supreme, holy name. Krishna is the holy name. So, he said, chanting the holy name. In that, Dasyaras. Very good. Aage bado. Furthermore, it's beautiful. But do you know something more than that? He started his scratching. He said, okay, now the same devotion service doing in a fraternity mode, which is the highest. And he said, okay, is something more than, you know that? Then he said, okay, now doing devotion service in Sakyaras, friendly relationship, making Krishna as a friend, thinking about Krishna, doing everything what you do as a friend to others, and you make Krishna as your friend. That is the highest. You are heading in the right direction, my friend. Move forward. He said, Vatsalyaras. Accepting Krishna as a husband, as a son, and then as a wife. It's so intimate. All this relationship has a limitation. But as a wife, as a father, mother, they can spend more time with Krishna. Krishna, you are certainly heading in the right direction. Please move forward. What is the essence? Keep good. I'm really excited. I wanted to come to see your conclusion. That's where he said, Madhurya Ras. Doing devotion service in a separation. That's where he established the principle of gopis. Harakhi Bhav. Both in separation and Vipralamba. Separation is Vipralamba, Sambhoga is union. But after that he says, that's good, move forward. Then actually, that subject is not meant for today. I will stop here because it's very esoteric. And then a bit further, I will request everyone to read Conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then Ramananda Rai. But the conclusion I'm going to say, conclusion is that then it comes to the point where a serving in the mood of gopis, unconditional, and then without expecting any result, but giving a pleasure to Krishna. Out of all gopis, the highest is Radharani. So now, after said that, that is the highest. This you cannot find in Bhagavatam, Upanishads, but it is there between the lines as a salt. What I said, but one time some devotee went to Ramanujacharya, asked, I want to know who is devotee. I'm so busy, why don't you go and check with Anantacharya? So he has to travel from Srirangam, few hundred miles to Tirupati, and then eventually climb to Tirumala, and then he reached Anantacharya, and he asked him, Anantacharya that day is doing a big festival, serving so many people. He said, "Oh, you want to know who's a devotee? Okay, can you help me out?" Oh, so he started serving, cutting vegetable, cooking. 10,000 people, one batch is done. Then he sat there, he was so hungry. Then he said, "Where is sitting? Come on, let's do chant." Second batch, third batch. By him in the evening, he was like this. And everybody is done. Anantacharya served everybody. And then he said, we call this devotee, sat him, is feeding him. He said, "You asked me something. What is that? You asked me who is a devotee?" He said many things. One thing he said, a devotee is a salt. His presence you know, but without that, no, without nothing happens. Stay background. How many of us appreciate salt? If there is no salt, there are few people here. Those who understand that we should be like that. If fame comes, so be it. No fame doesn't matter. Under the tree we are good, in the palace we are good. And unconditionally, what Krishna wants. If it is necessary to kill somebody, I'm not saying to kill, to correct somebody on the name of Krishna in a sensitive way, or to hold the feet. We are not attached to anything. We are attached to the object of the service. The one who understands that, the remaining 50%, liberation is guaranteed. So, service attitude. The attitude in which we serve and what is objective of the service, that is a personification, Radharani. When Ramananda Rai concluded that, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started crying. Amazing, amazing. And then Ramananda Rai fell flat on his feet and said, "I don't know all these things. I never read it. I don't know what I'm saying. You are the one speaking through me." He smiled. He hugged him. That's true. He spoke. He gave the credit to him, but he spoke through him to give us the essence of the spirituality, essence of bhakti. By rejecting his own established principles, by kicking out his own established principles in a different, they are good, they're very important, but that has to bring us to the stage Gopi Pada Kamalayoda Das 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 Anu Das, not Bas Bas Anu Bas, right? So that's the third pastime I wanted to share. Now, so I only have 5 minutes. Now I have a riddle. Who is more merciful? Merciful. Where is my friend? So he asked this question. Prem Sindhu Prabhu last festival, which is Nityananda sitting there, he gives a lecture, and he asked who is most merciful. Krishna is merciful, Radharani is merciful, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu merciful, Nityananda Mahaprabhu merciful. And that daunted me. I never heard this question. Let me go back. In general, I never ask whoever is scheduling, I want to give a class unless they ask me. I went immediately to Ram Kirtan Prabhu. Please schedule me. I'm telling in front of everybody. Please schedule me. I want to talk about something. It's a beautiful river. Prabhu, after 1 month, so many scriptures I read, I heard to understand. So this is my conclusion. I'll tell you at the end. But I want to ask you. Who before that, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is one. To understand his mellow, he became a Balaram to give us. Same thing Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mode of Radharani, he became. Nityananda Mahaprabhu is the one who come to door. He is the reason he is given mercy to us. The devotee is more merciful. I don't know who is Krishna. I don't know. I never saw Prabhupada. I saw Dhananjay Prabhu, who brought me to this moment. For me, the Dhananjay Prabhu is more merciful. Those who are not in path of bhakti, for their parents is more merciful. Because somebody is giving the food, for him they are merciful. But who is more merciful? Krishna, Balaram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, your Guru. I'll start with Kamagiri Mahaprabhu. I know the answer. Who is most merciful for you? No, who is most merciful? No. Here you have to follow your heart. You have to be honest. What inspired you? You have to speak. No, you only have 4 or 5. Krishna, Balaram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Who is most merciful for you? Who is more merciful? Who is more? No, there's no. It became Rasa Bas.
Srila Prabhupada, who's representative of Nityananda Prabhu, is most merciful.
Hari Prabhu, who is most merciful?
Nityananda.
Nityananda.
Prabhu Hanuman.
Hanuman. He's a devotee, like Prabhupada. So Nityananda. Now let's see from Siddhanta perspective. No, I don't need this. Siddhanta perspective is only one. All four equal to Krishna is most merciful. Period. End of the story. Tattva perspective, when he became Radharani, to understand his own nature. If he had it been, if not become Radharani, then how do we know? So Radharani is most merciful from Tattva perspective. So now Balaram or Nityananda Mahaprabhu, he is the one actually for us to reach. He is giving. So from Leela perspective, Leela. From Rasa perspective, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That reason is called Prema Avatar. Krishna is Leela Purushottam. Ram is Maryada Purushottam. So this is a Prema Avatar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also, I mean, there's Edi Gaura, you know the story. But however, Nityananda Mahaprabhu is also so many pastimes are there. So now it's subjected to your discussion. But for me, Radharani is most merciful. I'll give my reason. It is because of her, Krishna became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he did not give to others, but he told, because why? He took the nectar, he said he broke open the powerhouse of pleasure, and he is drinking. That is the reason he came. We established three reasons. In that, is there any reason he's telling, giving to others? He wants to experience. Yes. Okay, we'll consider that also. No, we can add an option because this is where we are actually seeing the same thing in different directions. There is no right or wrong. Like, what inspires you. So what I was saying something? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is drinking the nectar. When he is drinking, something fell off. And that's where we got it. See, but his intention is not to give it to us. He told Nityananda Mahaprabhu, you go give it. So in that perspective, from Leela perspective, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, from Rasa perspective, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tattva perspective, Radharani, from Siddhanta perspective, Krishna. But at the end of the day, for me or any of us, Guru or the person who connected us to Krishna, but they are all representative of one each other. Anyway, that is the conclusion. So now let me conclude. Today we are here to celebrate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. We discuss his background from Ramalila, which is Sita said no killing. Then Radharani said no killing. So then he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we established the background of that to experience internal reasons, 3 external reasons, and we talked about 3 pastimes. One is the boat pastimes where he established a supreme renunciation. Second is established with the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And the third is the conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Conclude. So now most merciful, question mark, fill in the blank. So but at the end of the story, end of the day, what is that? What is that? The essence. How do you tap the untappable? How do you tap the untappable? That comes from chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then in the mood in which the gratitude. Thank you. I don't deserve it, but I want to chant not for my pleasure, not for my taste. That is not. Sometimes I see I'm not getting taste. Who said that? One time I told my spiritual master, I told him, Maharaj, you asked me the management, so difficult. He looked at me, hit my head. Who said it's easy? Who said it's easy? He didn't say anything, he walked away. And then I've seen, say in upstairs, when Mataji came speaking to her, said, why did you introduce me to Krishna consciousness? To chant? I'm so miserable now. I'm so miserable. Yes, that is giving pleasure to Krishna. That is giving pleasure to Krishna. We are not here to chant for our taste, our name, our fame, our liberation, our pleasure, our name of fame. We are here to chant to give pleasure to Krishna. When we understand that, In giving, we receive. To give pleasure to Krishna, we are automatically happy. It doesn't matter. We are trying to become at least as a salt. Be there, but without that, nothing happens. But we should maintain that mood. That's called service attitude. Chanting in the mood of gratitude, developing a genuine, my spiritual master said, what is that? Sincerity, seriousness without ulterior motives. Sincerity, seriousness without ulterior motives, developing the genuine service attitude brings us to the stage where we chant the gratitude. That will lead us back to the stage of service attitude. So they go hand in hand. If you lose one, you will become proud. If you lose other, you will become sahaja. What is sahaja means? I know Krishna, I see Krishna, I see everything. I'm ecstasy, I'm this and that. Oh, okay, all the best. Still I is there. Krishna is gone. So we're looking for 5 other opulences. But when we develop this, we tap the untappable of renunciation of Krishna, which brings us the rest of all the opulences, even though we don't want it. When we have it, we use it in Krishna's service. Thank you very much, my dear friends, the devotees. This is what I wanted to share. So meditate, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we all can do so many things individually and together, and then we can make our life meaningful and sublime. Any comments, questions? We have a couple of minutes. So if any comments, questions, or corrections, please.
Very much. Of what we're here to do, to listen, and to hear the pastime of the Lord Chaitanya, and the real meaning of what it means to be a devotee. Like chanting, and what you just said is so wonderful that we're not supposed to chant just simply for our own pleasure, but for Krishna's pleasure. That's the ultimate. Very nice.
One time, years back, the devotee is not very right. He said, I'm chanting for many years.
No. Taste. I asked him, Prabhu, what is the taste? The taste comes in the nine states of bhakti. First is Ato Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta. So now we cross Nishta. He got the point. Yes, thank you. Yes, first is we come to Krishna consciousness to do associate devotees, and a little faith, and we do devotion service, and then doing that, Anartha Nivritti means actually unwanted things will follow. Then we become a firm and like and very fixed in Krishna consciousness. It doesn't matter, nothing will affect us, and that is the time when first 5 we do, and after that Krishna give, which is taste. And then artificially I'm chanting for 5 years, I'm not getting taste. You never get taste, because that is not the purpose. The taste comes after that bhava and prema follows. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Any other comments? Yes.
That was a very moving speech, and
about how the mercy of Krishna brought me to Krishna consciousness. I remember reading Bhagavad Gita and then going to another temple, and then this one priest there told me to come here and attend the lectures, and it's by no accident that I ended up here by the mercy of Krishna Chaitanya. And I also want to say, well, I think for me at least, it's not I know that it's most merciful. I don't know if that's of any relevance, but that's the manifestation of the Lord that inspires me most.
What's your name?
Max.
Max, thank you very much. You hit a point right there. Krishna is all perfect. Whatever he does is perfect. If we have that faith, what
situation we are is the perfect situation for us. That is the Krishna's, the one who ordained, who did that for us, is good for us. He is orchestrating our path so perfectly. There's nothing to complain. Sometimes painful, sometimes pleasurable. That is the perfect plan. If you go back and check our path, it could be painful, it could be pleasurable, but that is what it's supposed to be. So there's nothing in this cosmic manifestation. It's like a chance. For everything there is a reason. He is trying his best, time and immemorial, to bring us one step closer to Krishna. Most of the time we reject, sometimes we accept. That's the reason we are here. After coming here also we have condition. But by definition, bhakti is unconditional. If you can tap that untappable, you got the point. Thank you. Yes.
So when the general idea is that the general idea is that when we're preaching, trying to bring other people closer to Krishna, we should have compassion for them. So how does that motivation tie with the motivation of preaching Krishna?
Yes.
So it is inherently different.
Yeah. Yeah. So Prabhu is asking, in the name of preaching, we bring other devotees, other people close to Krishna. How does that tie with that?
Preaching
Krishna. So, very nice. When we're setting up outside, me and Premananda Prabhu was talking the same topic. If somebody asks the same question to my speech master, I'll tell you. He said, after chanting 15 to 20 years, 30 years, it became so mechanical. How do you know I'm in right path? Whatever you have done in the past, yesterday, I'm willing to do same thing again and ready for tomorrow. You're on right path. You will not get an opportunity if Krishna is not happy to serve. I've seen so many highs, so many buys. Even on altar, so many pujas I've seen. If Krishna doesn't want to take service, even though all merciful, he shows his mercy keeping us away. That is his mercy also. When we want to reciprocate, then naturally he will give us a chance. Opportunity to serve is the greatest boon. Opportunity of association is the greatest boon. Without Radharani's mercy, Krishna's mercy, it will not happen. If it happens, that means Krishna is pleased. That's the first thing. Then you get an opportunity. Now, when you're giving this mercy to others, we should become an instrument, thinking that I made so many devotees. He says all the best. So that then it's a short-lived. So now we should become the instrument of Krishna, bringing somebody close to Krishna. And then now, I tap the renunciation aspect of it. Disassociate with that attachment, name, fame. So otherwise, we can make few here and there. Krishna gives a chance. But after that, what happens? We don't feel happy to continue. So the devotion service will become a burden, obligation. But devotion service, susukam kartum avyam. Like, it's pleasurefully done. But when you're not feeling happy, naturally you look for somewhere else where you feel happy. The Krishna facilitate that and we will go away. So when again after many, many lifetimes we may come back. Because why to lose that chance? That's using genuine service attitude, and then the right frame of chanting Hare Krishna mantra will help us. So I was told time is up. And then thank you very much. I really appreciate your kind attention. If I say something, that's my own what do you call it, realization. Please, you can see me. I can give an explanation extra time. So that is the next
Drama.
Okay.
Children's drama.
Can you make some space there for the drama kids?
Naveen Krishna Prabhu ki
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Prabhu, you bring the drama team.